Hello, it's the last couple of days of the bass season. Christmas decorations are up, lures only. We go out from a Sussex port. Somehow we managed to catch 26 bass on lures on day one, and I christened my new rod in style. Hope you enjoy. Cheers. Successful launch, and to sea we head in search for double-figured bass. No schoolies today. Big fish, big lures, or go home. It's high tide at the moment. Fingers crossed we'll get underneath the bridge without problem. I'm holding the rods just in case. Loads of room. Landing that'd be alright. Yeah, there's loads of room. That was your aerial. That sea looks absolutely very flat today. See a couple of fishermen in the distance. I'll go for the rods a bit later we're using today. We're only fishing with lures. I'm using an H2O Nebula for the lighter lures. My secret weapon is a Dave Lum Seeker, which is a one-piece lure rod. It's a bit of a beast, but it'll handle like the bigger lures easy. It's a shorter rod. It's absolutely ideal for this sort of fishing. Sort of learned that by accident the other day. I'm using one Stradic, which is about 30 years old, another one which is pretty new. The line we're using, all I'm using, is a Surfix 20 pound and 30 pound braid. Right, we're going to start with fish lures. We're going to try and get the first fish. I'll leave the camera running for the first drop down there, which is probably not a good idea because last time switching them off would be better. Yes, we'll see how we get on. We're going to start with the Dave Lum Seeker, heavier rod. We're drifting over an inshore wreck about, quite deep actually, I'd say about 90 foot, high tide. It says 90 foot. First drop. How far away is the wreck, Nigel? Yeah, no, that's fair enough. So it's the camera. Fair play to Nigel, 5 bass on the first drift, all on the fish lures, and I lost a big fish. I reckon it was a double. But second drift, I got into a big bass. Big bass. trying to set the camera up with the rod bent over. But we went on to catch 5 bass. They weren't a bad sized bass, so early days. We moved to another spot. We've had quite a few bass out that far. Thought we'd switch it here. Just noticed a couple of commercial bass anglers out. They've obviously heard that Nigel's out and they're following us. They've probably heard we're catching. We sneaked out before they knew we were out. Fingers crossed, this could be a spot. We know we've lost one. We've moved back on the bass after a bit of a dry spell. Now we're both trying different lures at the minute. We know that lure is very successful and determined to find something more affordable that works. about 8 bass now. Most of the fish are sizable. All of the fish coming to the fish lures using 20-pound fluorocarbon leaders, 20-pound surfing line. When we go out there, I'll be using 60-gram lures like that. 30-pound line. The old Dave Love rod. Hopefully we can get a bigger fish out of it. I think there's a good fish back there. We'll go back there later. It's choppier today. Tide should be coming good soon as well. Came out high tide. The best time is like low tide when it's coming up. First hour of the sun. All. I just had a few wrasse pounting. They don't count. No, that means Nigel's just had a bass on a big fish mark. A bit disappointed. What a bit disappointed it was in the lead. Pounting. Quite not small one today, though.
On the bluefish there. Two more than warrant now. 3 more wrasse.
We actually had 18 bass and it's a short day. So we've done better than last time. Very close. It's 10 all now. My fish will be a lot bigger than Nigel's. You can see Nigel's had pounting wrasse. 11 bass. 10. We've called it a day now. 26 bass to the boat. Short day as well. We're packing up when it's 2:30. Most of those fish have been sizable. No huge ones. That'll be tomorrow. 14 bass to the Nebula. Real pleasure to use that rod. You've caught a fantastic amount of feedback on it. Nigel will be bringing his tomorrow. Mind you, Dave Love Raider is a superb rod when we're in deeper water with heavier lures. Perfect rods for a job. I'm sure we can stay out. That's the end of a fantastic day. 26 fish to the boat, 15 to me. All of them have gone back. We haven't taken any today, even though most of those fish were sizable today. But maybe we'll take one for the pot tomorrow. But can't really beat that, can you? I have to admit, Nigel put me on most of those fish, all of those fish today. I think the bass fishing in Sussex is some of the best you can have. It's quite sobering when we've had a day like that to come back and there's people putting the flowers up there for the 2 fishermen that were lost at the weekend. It's tragic. hope you enjoyed that. We certainly did. Me and Nigel don't take our fishing too seriously at all, like you probably noticed. I have to apologise for the fact it deteriorated into a complete numbers game. It's quite often happens when me and Nigel go out. Any comments, yeah, please leave them. I'll do my best to answer them. Please think about subscribing to my channel. I need 49 more subscribers so I can have my own custom URL. I've got pike, so far I've got pike to £29 on the baits, a few 20s on the fly, loads of double-figured carp. I'm going to put that right and catch a few 20s next year on the fly, hopefully, and do a lot more videos. I'm going to be using my motorbike to get around. We went fishing the next day. That deserves a video on its own. We were blown off by 10:30, but it was very prolific. We went right out the harbour as opposed to left. We found a lot more fish and we found some bigger ones. Anyway, cheers.